So today I made my own pattern and I bought pattern paper. My gosh, it was only $9.99 instead of taping literally 10 pieces of just regular scratch paper together. So that was an honestly amazing purchase that I made and would recommend if you're using regular paper that you're taping together, just spend $9 on the whole roll. I'm talking roll. So this will last me at least, I don't know, 100 projects, because dang, look how much there is. But I use these shorts for my pattern. I'm wearing my really cute one, so I'm also basing it off of these that I just got. I practically traced the seams out onto this paper and then cut it out. So this is the first time I'm making shorts. I've made a lot of tops, and for some reason tops have been so much easier in my head on how to make up. These shorts on the other end, no, I've had some issues trying to figure it out. So I'm watching a ton of videos, but here I am. We're going to see how they turn out. I made a top recently with this material, so I'm just going to go ahead and make the bottoms so that maybe it'll be a cute set. I did not post the top. Yeah, I did. It's the green material. So anyways, I got off of work at 4 today, and this is how I debrief. I work in the hospital, so it's important to take time for myself after caring for others all day. And that will be my day today. So let's see. I got to make sure these sides are correct. I'm going to just place this paper that I cut out on here, and I'm going to cut it out. I'll probably pin it on my material so it doesn't move. I think that'll be easier. Let me see. I'm going to pin it with a pin just in the middle. I'm trying to be thoughtful in how much fabric I use, so I'm going to place it to where I'm not wasting any. That should work. And now the pattern won't move. Always use fabric scissors. Don't just use scissors that are laying around. You want it to be crisp and sharp when you're cutting your pattern out. I'm just going to probably throw these scrap pieces away unless I think of something else, because I have this whole sheet to work with. Also, it's a beautiful sheet, I'm not going to lie. I am also going to add 7 centimeters to the waistband because I'm going to sew it down. So I'll mark 7 centimeters. I need my pencil. Let me find my pencil. We'll use this one. 7 centimeters is here. Just going to make it even all the way. If you want measurements, just ask. I usually am size 0, so I'm just 0 or small. And I'm making these up as I go, so quite literally. Everything I sew, I've never used a pattern before. I don't even know how to use a pattern that just comes into you in the mail. I literally make everything. It's just so much more fun to have the thrill of making something literally from scratch on your own. And I'm going to do 2 of each, so I got to cut out 2 of these. But I have to make sure that I do right and left. It's also been maybe a month since I've sewed last for myself, if I'm not mistaken, and I really was feeling it. I was like, I really need to get in my sewing room. I've been reading The Cruel Prince. I don't know if you heard of it, but I'm in the 2nd book, so I've been spending some time on that, but this is my true time that I really just feel like I'm letting go and enjoying myself. Because all I think about is the corners, the measurements, what to sew, how I'm going to sew it. So, first piece is off. Voila! So this is going to be the right side of my shorts, like that. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the rest, so I'll turn off the mic temporarily while I do that. I just cut out everything, so now I'm going to assemble the shorts. These were the patterns, and I just mirrored it for the right and the left on both front and back, and I labeled my patterns front and back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pin together pretty much like where your butt center is and the front center is, and that's what I will sew first together to create the shorts. I'm just going to pin this together. I don't know, sometimes I live on the edge and sometimes I don't even pin but once and I just sew, but I'm going to try to do better and pin more, because pinning more will help my project last longer and look better, so I need to get back in the habit of doing that. As far as sewing, I've been sewing since I was a child, literally, my grandma taught me, but there was a gap whenever I stopped, probably 10 years, and I just picked it back up in December. My grandma actually bought me a sewing machine for Christmas, and I have found it as such a creative outlet. That's a little backstory on how I started sewing recently. All right, so let me show you what we're looking at. So this looks like the back. See, back of shorts, nice. Back here, and then the front I just pinned off camera. See, you're seeing the vision, right? This is gonna be really cute, actually. I love them. Hopefully they're not too see-through. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Fingers crossed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew this together, and same with that side. So let's go to the sewing machine. I got the front angle foot pedal on this side. I have white thread in the system right now. So let's see. I need to make sure that I don't go past here because this is the inseam of where everything connects. So I need to start here and sew all the way to the waistband. The waistband is up here. So I'm going to start right here. Everything's pinned and ready to go. I'm going to trying to figure out my stitching. I'll just do regular stitch. So always back stitch and then you take off. I did leave a inseam allowance. I'm not gonna lie, it is more tricky to sew and video at the same time. Even though it's in a tripod holder, it still feels like I'm spending more time than what it actually takes. Now I'm doing the butt part. I always insert the needle and then I go. Back stitch, continue. So right now what I'm sewing is the butt, the center butt piece. Back stitch, flip her up, cut. So, oh, stepped on my dog's tail. Okay, so this is, hold on, let me figure it out. Here we go. This is the butt part, and this is the front part. So now I'm going to attach, let me show you. So I'm going to put to good sides. My material right here, I'm going to put to good side and then sew all around to make the shorts. So this is the outline. I have pinned the insides together, and this is going to be sewn, and then I pin the outsides together, and then we will be doing the waistband with elastic. Welcome to my sew and yap. Today I am going to be doing my shorts that I am matching with my set, and what I did is I created a pattern on some pattern paper and I traced out some shorts and I've been sewing them. So I originally recorded the first few videos, and unfortunately the quality is, because I did a 0.5 lens, and apparently the 0.5 lens whenever you're videoing like this will make it look no bueno. But I might still post it. It was really good. This is where I'm at with the shorts. It's the first pair I've ever made. So far my issue is it is a tight waistband when I'm putting them on. So I should have went wider on my waistband, because whenever I try to pull them right here on my hips, it snugs. So what I have left to do today is this part right here I'm going to fold in, and the waistband, and then I should be done with them. But I am pretty proud because this is my first ever pair of shorts that I've done, and this is the shorts that I based it off of. And it's been a while since I've been able to sew, which is my creative outlet. Here are, oh my goodness, my dog is literally squeaking her toy. I can't ever record with her. This is my patterns that I had traced front and back, and then I just mirror it for each side. Guest star Remy, Mimi. You gonna have to let them look at me for the camera. So welcome to a sew and yap. I figured conversating with y'all might be a little bit more fun than just music. So I am currently trying to fix my mistake of not making my waistband for these shorts wide enough. I have to literally tug them up my hips because it's too tight. I'm attempting to put in some triangle. Also, my dog is squeaking her toy. So this is my chaotic, peaceful time. Maybe she'll go follow the cat. Like I was saying, I am trying to fix some shorts that I made too tight on my hips, and I am adding some triangle pieces in the waistband. I literally just made this up in my head. I'm going to see if it works or not. So here we go. I'm just sewing them onto the fabric that I have already ready. It's a Saturday morning. I haven't sewn in ages, it feels like. So I've been really making this project a priority to just let loose and enjoy my hobbies, because this is what I do for fun. This is my hobby, sewing. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. So these are the shorts. I have a top that is the same pattern, so I'm just making shorts to it. So here we go. I did this side. See this triangle piece right here? I'm just adding that in for more leverage when putting these shorts on. So this is what I'm doing right now, is sewing this side together right here. And it's a little bit frustrating. If you start sewing, there's some frustration and love at the same time, just because how technical this is. You really have to be on your guard. You have to know what you're sewing, unless it's just going to turn to crap, literally. But let's see. I'm trying to place these two sides together. I don't want to see the seam, so I'm doing it good sides facing each other. If you're just here to listen, and it is what it is. But good sides together. Now I'm sewing so that whenever I turn it out to where the public will see, you won't see any of these ugly seam lines. There we go. I'm trying to line this up. Goodness gracious. But like I was saying, it's a Saturday. It looks beautiful outside. I'm going to go to Aldi soon and get some groceries. I really need to do an H-E-B curbside, but that's going to be expensive. So I'm just going to go to Aldi and get my little necessities that I need to get me through the weekend. And then I'll probably place my H-E-B order next coming week. I always pick it up after work. And if you don't know, I'm a full-time x-ray tech. And this is just my little hobby of sewing. So I really have to find time. I hope this worked. Always backstitch. Let's turn it inside out. Oh, it is. Well, I think that worked pretty good. I'm actually happy with that. See, the front has it actually looks kind of cute. Although I am going to turn these waistbands in with some elastic, but let me go try them on. So it definitely helped. I was able to get it over my hips more. Geez, Tully. I was able to get it over my hips more. So that is a plus. It looks like it fits all around. So now I'm going to go ahead and just finish the waistband and the bottom hem right here. Let's go to the sewing machine. Now I'm just sewing the waistband in half right now. So this is the elastic, and then I'm sewing it in half. Okay, now that the half was sewn, I'm going to do one more half to clean up the edges. I need to really start doing better with putting a shirt on that literally matches the object I'm wearing. Whatever though, this is the finished project. The waistband is not what I wanted. I think that they are still cute and usable. Let's see the back. I think they're still very cute and usable. I like how flowy they are on the sides. It's very comfortable, like I said. This right here, and I have these really cute slits right here.